And she's also another one of those people that you can just listen, talk to. What? Did I say that right? You can listen to her. Yes. She's one of those people that you can listen. I can't talk. Hi everyone, welcome to or welcome back to my channel. So today it's gross outside. It's cold, it's slushy, it's raining and snowing, it's freezing rain. Michigan is not pretty today, and I'm very bummed about it. But I wanted to come inside and I just wanted to film an easy type of video. This video is going to be a current favorites video. It's not going to be like my favorites in April type video or my favorites of 2021. It's just going to be what I'm currently really enjoying right now. And there's no sort of theme attached to it. It's just kind of going to be a random hodgepodge of different things that I'm really enjoying right now. Because why not? Right? Okay, let's get started. So I first want to talk about this gem right here. This is the No Woman, No Dry body butter from Soap and Glory. Is it a body butter? Yes. Hydrating body butter. So here's the thing. I got a sample of this from Ulta a long time ago. I want to say it was maybe a year or a year and a half ago when I got this sample product, and I never used it. And I finally decided to give it a shot, and I started using it, and my hands magically became so smooth. Here's the thing, I have eczema, and I have tried different lotions before to try and help my hands stay hydrated, stay moisturized, and nothing works. I would go to bed with Vaseline on my hands sometimes and put them in socks, and the next morning I would wake up and everything had like soaked up and my hands just started getting dry immediately. So the Vaseline wasn't working. I tried the Gold Bond eczema relief lotion. That didn't do anything. I would put it on and it definitely felt like something was happening. It felt like my hands were getting medicated almost. And then I'd go to sleep and the next morning it would just be these dry, cracked hands. And that's how I've always been since I was a kid. I've always had really, really dry hands. Just the outside of my hands, and like right here it would get like scabby, my hands would crack and bleed. I've always been like that, and because I'm a Michigander, the winters get very, very cold, so it especially gets bad when it is winter time. But when I tried this sample for the first time ever, it was the one time I woke up and I'm like, what's happening? My hands are still moisturized. And I went throughout the day and they were still moisturized. I noticed myself not having to reach for lotion, to put lotion on my hands. And so by the end of the day, you know, they had started to get a little wear and tear, but then the more and more I used the sample product, the more and more smooth my hands were. It's amazing. And then I ran out of the sample product, but I found this beautiful gem at Target. I looked at 3 different Ultas. It was not there. I was very, very sad. And then I looked at one Target, wasn't there, got even more sad, but then I went to another Target and I finally found it. There were 2 left and I got it. I'm so freaking happy. This is No Woman, No Dry. It has the best name ever, first of all, and it's from Soap and Glory. And to me, it kind of smells like Fruity Pebbles or like Fruit Loops or like a Jolly Rancher type scent. It's very fruity. My scent is still I still don't fully have my scent back. If you are a new subscriber, I had COVID back in March of last year, and I lost my scent and smell, and I never regained it. So I still don't really fully have it back, but I can somewhat smell this. And to me, it smells like Fruity Pebbles, and it's so good. And I highly recommend this, especially if you are someone like me and has really dry skin. This is the only thing that's ever worked for me, and it is absolutely a favorite of mine. So the next thing I want to talk about is a TV show that is my absolute favorite right now. I am rewatching it on Amazon Prime, and that is Monk. So I watched Monk when I was younger, and I always liked it. I loved it. I started watching it with my grandma. She's the one that really got me into it, and it was on USA, and it was kind of like you would watch Monk, and then like the next hour you would watch Psych. So it was kind of like that. And they were two, crime shows, and they were both awesome. I loved Monk. I just had a special place in my heart for Monk, and I rewatched it. I'm rewatching it right now on Amazon Prime, and it is so good. There's drama, there's comedy, there's mystery, there's crime, there's some action, but not to the point where it's like too much action. It is a great show, and all the actors in it are so good. But Tony Shalhoub, the person who plays Adrian Monk, is so brilliant. Like, oh my gosh. So if you don't know what Monk is about, it is a detective show about this man who used to be like this amazing homicide detective in San Francisco, and then a tragedy strikes, his wife dies, and years later he is still so torn up about the death of his wife, and it caused him to have a psychotic break. So he stopped working for the police department, but now he's kind of just a private detective that the police hire every so often to help them with these cases, and the police department being his old police department. But he also has obsessive compulsive disorder. If you are a new subscriber, and we got a lot of new subscribers on this channel. Hi, hello, very excited to have you. But if you're a new subscriber, you might not know, I suffer from obsessive compulsive disorder. So I talked about that a couple of videos ago. It is something I've dealt with for a very long time, but I was finally diagnosed 2019? Yeah, so two years ago, I was finally diagnosed with it. But when I see Adrian going through a lot of his compulsions, it does remind me of myself a little bit, but he does have a pretty severe case of it. But the way that Tony Shalhoub plays Adrian Monk, he doesn't play it as if it was this parody on people who have OCD. He plays it very respectfully, and it makes it, and it sometimes makes it hard to watch, because I completely understand some of the things that he's going through, but it's such an homage to people who do suffer with obsessive compulsive disorder, and he's able to use that as a great strength of his. He always says it's a gift and a curse. But yeah, I highly suggest watching Monk if you have Amazon Prime. If you've already seen it, rewatch it, because there's so many things that you miss, and just little nuances and little details here and there that are just, it's such a brilliant show. It is so good. Watch it. Okay. Another thing that's my absolute favorite right now is Miley Cyrus's Plastic Hearts album. I know that came out a couple months ago, a month, maybe 2 months ago. It came out recently, but I cannot stop listening to it. Every time I'm driving, I have my Spotify on, I'm always going back to that Plastic Hearts album and just playing the whole thing. I only skip one song on that album. It's one of her covers, It's Heart of Glass. I love Heart of Glass. I think it's an amazing song. I'm not really crazy about her cover of it. It's the only song that I skip. Everything else, I'm obsessed with that album. It's stupid good. She has such an amazing voice. She has such an amazing range, and I don't think people talk about how amazing her range is, because it is amazing. And she has such a good voice for rock music. Oh my gosh, it's so good. I highly suggest listening to Miley Cyrus's Plastic Hearts album. Jam out, open the windows like in 2 days if you're from Michigan, because right now it's 34. In 2 days it's gonna be like 61 again. So do that. Oh my gosh, you will not be disappointed by that album. It is so good. So my next favorite thing is buttercream icing. It's just dipping things in buttercream icing. I love it. You get this tub of buttercream icing I got it from Meijer. It was $2.99 for a giant tub of buttercream icing. It's right next to like the cake section where they refrigerate like the cakes and cupcakes and stuff, and you just get this tub of buttercream icing, and then you just dip things in it. For example, I dip these trefoils in them. They're the shortbread cookies from the Girl Scouts. You got your shortbread. You just take the buttercream and just oh my gosh. It's so good. And I know, I don't have my taste and smell back fully, but I have the buttercream taste fully. Thank God. It's so good. So I can taste that fully, and I love it. I also like putting it on rice cakes. I mean, it's so good. Oh, I highly suggest this. Another one of my favorites is this lip souffle from Rare Beauty, which is Selena Gomez's makeup brand. It's awesome. It's really moisturizing. Now, I will say, it doesn't give me like a ton of full coverage lipstick moment, and that's okay. That is absolutely not what the brand is. It's a very clean beauty type of brand, and this just gives my lips a really nice color. I feel like I'm almost wearing a really comfortable chapstick. Actually, no, I don't want to say chapstick, maybe a lip balm, but it's sort of a texture I've never really felt before. It really is soft, it's soothing, it's moisturizing, and it gives my lips this really nice color. This is in the shade Brave, I think. Yes, this is in the shade Brave. Isn't it beautiful? I really like this just for a sort of chill, I'm not wearing too much makeup, clean makeup, no makeup type of look. And that is the lip souffle. I really, really like it. I highly recommend it to anyone who is really into that clean beauty, no makeup look. And they're looking for a lipstick that's not too full coverage, but not exactly looking for a gloss. Highly recommend Rare Beauty's lip souffles. Another favorite of mine that I've been loving, and I've been playing it every night before I go to bed, usually when I wake up in the morning, and honestly sometimes during the days when I get home from work, Project Makeover. It's this app that popped up on my phone, and I've been obsessed with it. You get to create these makeovers for people, and it's not just, putting on makeup, but it's putting on makeup, it's giving them a haircut, giving them a fresh new do, giving them some new clothes, also interior designing a store that they own or their new house or a cabin, for instance. And you go through this game and there's like 3 makeover people. There's a person who does hair and makeup, there's a person who does all the style, and then there's another person who does the interior design. It's kind of like Queer Eye, but for your phone, which I appreciate because I love Queer Eye. You earn points, you earn cash, you earn diamonds, and you also get to create your own avatar. And doing that, you know how you have to spend cash, but you make cash by playing the game and winning the games and earning points. It's kind of a mixture between Bejeweled and Candy Crush, and I really like it. I don't think I explained that well at all, but I say just go check it out and have a great time. I also want to talk about a store that is my current favorite, and that is Five Below. Oh my gosh, you walk into Five Below and you're just like, yeah, I'm just gonna buy a candle. You know, I just want a candle. And then you walk out having bought like 10 different things. And it's like, okay, Five Below, what are you doing to me? You can find anything at that store. Anything. And it's great because everything is $5 or below. This is from Five Below. You can't see it, but it's like this hanging wall piece. I have these little fake plant succulent things that are on it. I have like a little candle on the top of it. This was all supposed to be in the background of my video and you just cannot see it. Maybe I'll fix that one day. I don't know. Those lights that are hanging in the back, those are from Five Below. This carpet that I'm sitting on that Gimli is asleep on right now, this was from Five Below. This painting actually was from Five Beyond, which is like this extension store, and that I believe the products go up to like $10. So that painting picture was $8, but that was so worth it. That was from At Home, that pink stool right there. That would have been awesome if it was $5. It was not, but it was worth it. Look how cute that is. So anyway, I love Five Below. You can find absolutely anything there. I highly recommend going into Five Below. But don't, look, here's the thing, $5, even though all of this stuff is like $5, it can add up really quickly and you don't realize it. Just be careful going there because you're gonna wanna buy everything, I promise you. And then the last thing I wanna talk about are some favorite YouTubers that I've really been enjoying lately. The first one is Christina Malone. I adore Christina. She is amazing. Her content is great. She is a social justice channel on YouTube and her content is wonderful. She has great commentary on a lot of issues that are going on right now. And she calls her fans cuties, which is adorable. And she's just this burst of energy and I wanna be her best friend. And maybe one day we will be, I don't know. But anyway, she's an amazing social justice channel. I highly suggest checking her out. Also, Hello Leash. I have been watching Hello Leash since she started her channel last year in February. Alicia's content it's commentary based. She's a commentary channel. The way she speaks is so eloquent. She has amazing advice. She is one of those people you start listening to and you just don't want to stop listening to her. Like you could listen to her talk about a freaking lamp, for instance. She could talk about it for 20 minutes and you would listen to everything she has to say about that lamp. That is Alicia. I really enjoy the community as well. You can go to her channel and go into her comment section and you can see all of these amazing conversations taking place. There's so many great discussions that you can have with subscribers, with Alicia herself, who will always comment back. And it's just a great discussion among subscribers, fans, people who may not agree with the content or may not agree with her advice or her opinion that she's giving, but everything is done respectfully. Don't get me wrong, there's always going to be haters. But for the most part, it's a great community to be a part of. And last but not least, I want to talk about Miley Cyrus. I am sure you all know who Miley Cyrus is. So her big series on her channel is Murder, Mystery, and Makeup Monday. She sits down every Monday, or I think it's 3 Mondays a month now instead of every single Monday. But she sits down on Mondays and she talks about a true crime story or an unsolved mystery. And she does her makeup at the same time while she talks about this true crime story. And oh my gosh, I've never been a person that's been into true crime. I don't know, I just have never really gotten into it. I really like just like mysteries and stuff. So you'd think that I would listen to true crime podcasts and stuff, but I never did. And then I started watching Bailey's channel during quarantine and I could not stop watching it. I got so into it. And just, oh my gosh, she's so funny. She is so skilled with makeup. So I really love watching what she creates on her face. But she really just does so much research into these true crimes and these mysteries and these unsolved murders. And oh my gosh, this stuff is so fascinating and I can't stop watching. She's amazing. And she is one of those people that you can listen to for hours and hours and hours and not get sick of her. I adore Miley Cyrus. I highly suggest watching her channel, especially if you are someone who's into makeup, and if you're into true crime and not into makeup, still watch her channel, because the way she explains these mysteries and these crimes are just like, I don't know, I love listening to her. So I highly suggest watching her channel. So yeah, those are just some of my favorite things right now. Like I said, I know there wasn't really a theme to go along with these favorites of mine, but I hope you enjoyed it. It was probably weird with like me throwing in buttercream frosting, but it really is one of my favorite things right now, so I had to mention it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Thank you so much for subscribing as well. All of a sudden, I got a decent amount of new subscribers. That's so exciting. Hi, welcome everyone. I'm super happy that you've joined. I feel so awkward saying this right now, and you can probably tell, just because I wasn't expecting that. But I'm super happy it happened. So welcome. And yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.